Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Just making sure everything's good. I'm about to switch over in a second. Hold on, I'm about to light up. What's good, y'all? Hold on. There we go. Much better. Hey, Sarah, Noah, see you guys. How's it going? How's it going? Let me light this real quick. Loud and clear? Awesome. Cool. Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's hard trying to adjust audio, especially here. Because, like, I can turn the monitor on to where I hear myself. But then hearing my own voice echo back to me, I don't know, it kind of throws me off. Tom is here too, guys. Tom is here. You think I'm not gonna have a spin in the block episode without the little homie? I think this went out. Let me relight it. All right. I'm good. Don't worry. I got water. We staying hydrated up in this piece. We got a lot to cover today. But welcome to episode 16 of Spinning the Block. I can't believe I've done 16 of these bitches already. But we're shooting for the stars. We got something good for y'all today. A lot of news has happened in the past few days. So we'll get the biggest one out of the way first. Let me go ahead and switch over to my other tab so y'all can see what's happening. I don't even know. Should I even put the... I guess I should do news. Yeah, that's better. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my window so y'all can see what the fuck has been happening. Is it actually picking up audio? Barely. There we go. Alright, y'all. Post Malone returns to hip-hop. Or he's teasing a return to hip-hop. He got... I know you saw me on YouTube posting about it. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw me all over YouTube. Like, oh my god, you better bring your ass here right... Okay, so whoever saw the short that I put out a couple months ago, it was an article about Post Malone having some sort of health troubles and falling on stage. Flamed immediately. Yeah. I saw... Alright, so I saw Charles's video. I have it. I haven't watched it yet. But I'm gonna react to it. Because everybody's got their hear me out artist. Okay? Now what is a hear me out artist? It's exactly what the name entails. This is an artist where when you say, I like them, people are usually, their reactions typically range anywhere from mild confusion to abject disgust to pity. We all have that one artist, and Post Malone is my hear me out artist, okay? He is just the vibe that I needed at the time when I was going through some very tough shit. His albums got me through many a tough storm, okay? Everywhere from managers out to get me, even though I did absolutely nothing to them, to a messy divorce. Post Malone has gotten me through many a tough night. And so that is why he is my OG celebrity baby daddy, because it's just him. That one right there. Yep. That little weird damaged individual is just, yeah, that is the OG baby daddy before Kendrick became baby daddy number, but he's baby daddy number 1. Yes, he's got his problems, okay? But you can't deny that his old music slaps. And I'm not talking about like Hollywood's Bleeding. I'm not talking about Circles. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Beer Bongs and Bentleys, where he was doing songs with fucking everybody from Quavo to Tyga to 2 Chainz and motherfucking Gunna. He did songs with Gunna, Young Thug, fucking even the other white boy. That's not Justin. Kid Leroy. He did songs with Roddy Ricch. He helped Roddy Ricch get on the map. I'm sorry, man. Like, bring your ass back here, cause you about to get me riled up a second time. And I'm really trying. I'm trying my best not to pop off on you right now, Post Malone, cause you deserve to get flamed. Actually, you deserve it. You deserve it. And the best course of action is to just take it in grace, and show the hip hop world that you're sorry, nigga, because you really just like played us in our face. And you really let these little fucking, like I said, these rootin' tootin', boot stomping, line dancing, crack pipe smoking, sister fucking white people lead you astray. Like lambs to the slaughter. You let these crackers lead you into debauchery. White Iverson was my shit? Exactly. How many white rappers out here could do a duet with Kehlani and Nicki Minaj? Ball For Me is an underrated classic. If y'all listen to Ball For Me featuring Nicki Minaj, I know I have my criticisms about her as the person, but she has fire feature. Just listen to Beer Bongs and Bentleys if y'all just need any reminder of how good Post Malone was as like hip hop wise. Just Beer Bongs and Bentleys. I'm telling you. But yeah, no, White Iverson, Austin Post Malone. I'm gonna fucking call your full name like a disgruntled ex-wife or a pissed off mom. In this case, it's the combination. It's like the energy of the pissed off mom, but it's also the energy of the scorned ex-wife. Yeah, I'm not just he's not just the baby daddy, he's the ex-husband. These are all jokes, by the way, you fucking freaks out there on YouTube. These are jokes, okay? This is just for the bit. He is not actually my fucking ex-husband, you fucking weird psychopathic fucking, I forgot the word for y'all, you fucking weirdos. It's a joke. Parasocial, that's the word. Yeah, see, it was so annoying, I forgot about it. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, this is ex-husband territory right now. Bring your ass back here, cuz thought you could get away scot-free. Thought you could just leave. Yeah, all these other people like, nah, Post Malone, stay out. We don't want your ass here. You made your choice. Stay in it. Yeah, Teaser's new hip-hop music. Look at him in his fucking cowboy hat. Let me watch this nigga right now. See, we're gonna channel our inner crazy bitch. Cause you picked the wrong one, Post. You're under the impression that I'm sane. Okay, no, we about to find out in real time. Everybody's about to see this. No, we about to watch. We gonna see what's happening. Oh, and it takes me to the straight. Does it? Can I just play it in the thing? No, it's just gonna take me to the Twitter page. Alright, whatever. Fuck it. Oh, if the volume was on. Look at you drinking the Bud Light. Take that fucking hat off. You could be cowboy chic. You could be cowboy ghetto. Lil Nas X did it. In fact, he was the first one to do it. He's the one that made niggas wearing cowboy hats cool again. And ironically, he also made niggas being gay cool again. But, you know, whatever. Y'all do you. We don't care. But to be fair, he could have done it a little less, I don't know, a little less lap dancing on Satan-y. Thank you. Cowboy hats. That's what I'm saying, bro. People are like, no, stay over there, stay over there. Nah, wigga. See, now I gotta call you wigga. We haven't used that word in forever, but I gotta pull it out. I'm pulling out the heavy artillery. Tom, you're my co-pilot on this. We got this. We're pulling out heavy artillery here. Bring your ass back here, wigga. Post Malone, Austin Post Malone, White Iverson. Bring your motherfucking country hat, belt wearing, rootin' tootin', gun shooting, fucking Bud Light drinking ass back here. You thought you could just be all popular and shit with them white people, and you got all them tattoos on your body that you got from being with us, nigga. We gave you those tattoos. The ones on your face too, cause you didn't have those tattoos on your face. And White Iverson, he was just as barefaced. He looked just like the little white boy that grew up in the hood, with the braids and everything. He was that one that you swore was probably mixed, but you just couldn't tell. And then he got around these goddamn white people. And now look at you. You about to start singing Boots on the Ground and start throwing slurs. You about to be wrangling slurs like cattle up there with fucking Morgan Wallen's racist ass and Kid Rock. You've been in Alabama too long, Post. It's time for you to bring your ass on back up to fucking to Philly. Come back. Alabama is not safe for people like us and people who think like us, bro. They do not like black people and black-minded people. Bring your ass on back up to the north, okay? We got you. At least go to Atlanta. No, don't go to Atlanta, by the way. Go Atlanta adjacent to where you still can tap in with your Atlanta artists, but you're not actually in Atlanta. Yeah, no. Go just like a city above Atlanta and you should be good. Yeah, don't take back. I take that back. Don't go to Atlanta. Cause it's not gonna be Post Malone anymore. I can't even think of a name, but it's not gonna be him anymore. It's gonna be something worse. Y'all remember that? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, no, this is the tease, and he had a release with Sway Lee, because it's Sway Lee's song. So him and Sway Lee have collaborated a lot. I think those two were like the homies. But yeah, no. Not me entering on the wig. Of course y'all come in when I'm acting a fool. I'm so sick of y'all. I keep getting caught slipping. I'm going into some stupid shit and people are like, hi, I just got here. What the fuck is happening? I'm cussing out Post Malone because he done pissed me off. Let me pop this chat out so I can see y'all, because I wanna be able to see you guys. Oh wait, I could go to my dashboard. Y'all are gonna see it. I don't even fucking care. My fucking I'm muted, so how do I pop the chat? There we go. Back to you. Okay. I have what I need now. Giving people culture shock. Okay, so speaking of culture shock, since you mentioned that, let me explain myself a little bit. So My culture is a weird hybrid gremlin homunculus fusion of about 10 different cultures. I'm gonna have to walk you guys down this because it's not far, but it all connects. So I grew up with, you know, my dad is probably my biggest culture influence that I have. He put me onto nerd culture. We watched Star Wars together. We grew up watching Star Trek. We grew up watching Spaceballs, all these different Monty Python, all of these different parodies. Like, and we also grew up watching Family Guy and Robot Chicken and shit that we shouldn't have been watching. On the connecting directly to that, he's also a Kiss fan. So I was introduced, I grew up listening to Linkin Park. I grew up listening to Kiss. I grew up listening to Metallica. I grew up listening to Iron Maiden, Led Zeppelin. So going into that classic rock stage, I also grew up listening to that classic rock. I grew up listening to Styx, Phil Collins. I listened to like just, so we've got the classic rock here. And then I just took off, and I know a lot of classic rock songs. And then I also grew up listening to Prince and Michael Jackson, so that's another weird fusion. You just cram that in there. I also grew up listening to soul, everywhere from your Dionne Warwicks to your Teddy Pendergrass to your Isley Brothers to your Luther Vandross. So throw that in there. And then I also grew up listening to R&B. Your Drew Hills. My mom listened to Drew Hill a lot. She was a Brian McKnight fan for a while. She was a Boyz II Men fan. I listened to Erykah Badu, Sade, Fantasia. I grew up on this shit. And then Swerve. Right here is when I started getting into my like hardcore metal bag, because that Linkin Park thing kind of mutated. And then couple that with growing up on the internet, I got a lot of access to weird internet humor / memes / jokes. So just throw that in there too. And I grew up playing video games. So I'm in the video game culture too. I'm a video game nerd. I'm just, all of these things are just clumped together like a fucking singularity. And it's just wild and unstable, but perfect in every way. And genuinely, I would have, this is why I have a Gengar plushie. This is why Tom is here. Is because of my weird little combination of nerd culture. Oh yeah, and I forgot the most important part of that. You see this black lipstick right here? You see this makeup that I do? You see my other videos where I've got like the wild shit on my face? Yeah. Mutated from that little piece I told y'all about when I grew up listening to Kiss. I grew up looking and seeing that makeup, and I was like, that's fucking badass. This is why I am the way. Also, blame the NyQuil. Yeah, blame the NyQuil. I just hit the fuck out of my mic. I'm sorry. Sorry, boo. I didn't mean to hit you like that. Yeah, blame the NyQuil. Yeah, I really was just I was all around. I listened to everything. And then I also listened to a lot of classical music growing up, because the school that I went to played nothing but classical music all the time. Oh, and gospel. That was just mandatory in the black household. Y'all understand. In the typical black household, y'all had one of 3 options of music. I should say 4. You had one of maybe 4. We'll use 4 as an asterisk, but you had one of 3 options. Soul, R&B, gospel. That's it. That was it. There was nothing else. You couldn't listen to hip hop. But maybe you couldn't listen to that new R&B shit. You couldn't do it. You just couldn't do it. It was whatever your mama was playing or your grandma was playing on the radio that day, or on the stereo system when those came out that day. If it was Fred Hammond, you just praising the Lord on a Wednesday. That's what you finna do. Because there was no other option. But back to the point that I egregiously deviated from. This is why I have to have the co-pilot. This is why Tom is here, to help me direct back onto the point. Started off in life jump scaring my mom. That's so funny that you say that. So interesting story about the night that I was born. Very interesting. I'll go on this. I'll tell this quick little story. It's not quick, but I'm gonna tell the story and then I'll get back to the point. But when I was my labor, my mom said her labor took 15 and a half hours with me specifically, me personally, because what was happening was I was quite the annoying little shit during delivery. She said that my head would come out halfway, and then for some reason or another, I wasn't ready yet. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was preparing for. But, yeah, she said it took a very long time to come out because the head would crown, and then before the doctors could actually, like, get a good grip on my head, apparently I just went back inside for whatever reason. I was just not feeling it. I don't know if I was, like, vibe checking the doctors or something, but infant me, newborn me was not ready to come out. I was not ready to come out of the poussoir just yet. And I was making a conscious effort to, like, not be born. It's so bad. I don't want to go out there yet, but it's like, where the fuck else could I go? I was already in the last stage of the delivery, the birth canal, and I was just not feeling it. I don't know which one of them doctors out there had a bad energy about them, but it's like, I could tell. I was like, no, I'm not yet. I don't, something ain't right. Nope, something ain't right. I came out the womb detecting energy. I don't know who it was. It was probably that one that was trying to scrub my goddamn skin off with that rusty, crusty, dusty ass brush. It was probably that hoe right there. That little mean ass, nasty ass thing. It was probably her. That's probably why I wasn't ready to come out yet. Cause that evil heifer has some dark energy around her. And my little sensitive ass, I was just repulsed by it. I was like, ugh, brother, ugh. What is that, brother? Just no. It was probably her. Because both my mom and my dad had the same story about how that nasty, ratchet ass fucking whore tried to scrape my goddamn skin off with like a 5-week-old brush. And my dad had to step in and be like, the fuck? Give me my child. And then that's how he gave me my first bath. So it was probably her. If you're out there, wherever you are, I don't know who you are. You're probably old as hell now, but yeah, no, I hope you suffered many a lifetime for that, because you fucked up my whole feng shui from day one. Just your evil ass being in there. So wherever you are, I hope you got the justice that you deserve. Imagine your feng shui being fucked up out the pussy. Cause some evil ass heifer couldn't leave her baggage at home. That's what happened. That's my new headcanon. Beefing with the nurses. I was. Mm-hmm. And then that's why when my brother came along, he was not fucking around with any of them hoes. He said, "I'm out. I'm coming. You got 10 minutes." Mm-hmm. He really just came out on that. You have 10 minutes. It's like, yo, you mean approximately? I know what I said. My brother was born in 15 minutes. That's how long from the time they left the house to go to the hospital to actually getting to the hospital. That's how long. 15 minutes is how long it took for him to be born. He was not having any of their shit that day. He said, "Bitch, I'm coming. Whether you like it or not." And the mom was like, "Yeah, the nurse was trying to be all fucking, sassy and be like, oh, I can't send you to the doctor unless I know for a fact that you're giving birth." Only to made them drive away from the hospital to a different place, only for them to be like, "Holy shit, he's crowning. Why did they send you here?" Go back right now. You're about to have the baby in here. Just go back to the hospital. And so they had to drive back to the hospital. And finally, when they got to the hospital, he was crowning some more. And the nurse was like, "Oh my God, I could see his head." And I hope my mom cussed her the fuck out for that, because I would have. And so, yeah, 2 minutes later, it's my brother. Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, blast off, literally. He was like speed running, being delivered, trying to beat the world record. But that's my brother, though. I love him for life, man. Even with all his weird antics. He's the reason why I am the way that I am, is because we both grew up around our dad and our mom. Just weird humor. And yeah, I don't know. It's a weird homunculus. But that's that. Just you saying that, like, that it really reminded me of that whole story. And I'm just like, that's hilarious that you mentioned that. But back to the point. Thank you, Tom. That's my co-pilot right there. Post Malone is teasing a return to hip-hop. And about 80% of the fans don't want him. I say 80% because I am the 20% of person out there that actually wants you back. I am literally the only 20% that actually wants you to bring your ass back to hip hop. Post. I hope you realize this, cause nobody. I've been looking everywhere and I didn't see nobody. Literally, Post. I'm telling you, brother, I'm crazy. You fucked with the wrong one. You can't just leave. You can't just grow up in the hip-hop space, ascend to fame, and then, well, he didn't grow up in the hip-hop space, he grew up in the metal space, actually. He was in a metal band before he became a hip-hop artist, so, like I said, I grew up on metal, and then eventually I was exposed to hip-hop, after I was a legal adult. But you think you could just grow up and be an influence to so many of these great hip-hop artists, and then just leave for the fucking white country red state Americas, the Charlies and Ericas, the Morgans and Jessicas. You really think you just gonna leave me for a Jessica? That's what you're trying to do. Okay. Like I said, bro, you underestimate the power of the ancestors. I did one manifesting ritual, I'll do another one, motherfucker. If that means you are dragged back into hip hop kicking and screaming, I will make it happen. I will go against the entire hip hop community out of sheer spite. Just to make you learn your motherfucking lesson. Because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I swear. I was about to say I'm sane, but I'm like, that's a lie. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I'm not. I'm gonna be like K-Dot. I'm not a good person. A commenter said, yes, she sure did. Yep. I can't remember if that was K or what. I think it was K. Crowned by K. It might have been her. But yeah, I did, in fact, maybe sort of kind of do a manifesting ritual. Well, not like actually, but in one of my shorts that I did about Post Malone, I did a whole manifestation, spirit bomb, charging energy from the universe type thing, and I said, please bring White Iverson, bring his little bitch ass back into hip-hop, because the audacity, the caucasity of you to just leave, the caucasity of you, we're not having it, not this time. White people, you have been warned. We're being extra gatekeepy about our gates, about who we let into our spaces, and it's for a good reason. Yeah, it's because of crazy bitches like myself. If you enter the culture and you are deep within the culture, the last thing that you are gonna do is leave. At least leave in 100% good health. You will be cursed by the ancestors until you bring your ass back into hip-hop. That's just how it is. I'm not even like manifesting or doing anything. That's just proven fact. All of these white people that started off in hip-hop and tried to deviate look like vacuum sealed wet cigarettes. They all look fucking emaciated. They look like they're starving. Every single last one of them. You see John B? You see do you see how glorious that man looks? That white has not cracked at all. Have y'all seen Marshall Mathers, Eminem? He's a little cracked, but that's the drugs. That's not him. But he hasn't cracked a bit. These white people out here that grew up in the black space, they look just as vibrant and human. Look at Ariana Grande. Look at Justin Bieber. Look at fucking, what's his face? Kid Leroy. To be fair, they didn't necessarily deviate as well as like fuse with pop, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And Post Malone, he just had a whole situation where he had like health issues and was falling on stage and like struggling to walk. It's the curse of the ancestors, bro. You have been marked. The ancestors are on your ass. They said, bring your ass back in this house. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Just gonna come in here, track your shit all in the house, act like you live here, and then leave. And then slam the screen door behind you? Oh, no, you got a special ass whooping when you come back here. You got a special ass whooping waiting on you, cuz. So just come on back, take the ass whooping, and hopefully learn from your motherfucking lesson. Because there's another nigga that has not learned from his lessons. We got Drake. Drake Aubrey Graham. It's the first time I've mentioned his name in a long time. If y'all heard, he placed a massive bet on Argentina to win the World Cup. And y'all know about the Drake curse. Y'all know about the Drake curse, where he'll bet on a... I think this is the third time it's happened. Because wasn't the first time with, no, because he bet on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, only for the Eagles to win it. And then what was next? The Knicks game that he bet on. And then there was the oh my god. I think it was it. There was the Super Bowl, the Knicks game. Did he bet on the World Series? I can't remember. Cause it was the Dodgers versus it was a Toronto team. I can't even remember the name of the team. But oh my god. If Drake bet on that team winning the World Series, then that every major international game, I thought it was the Blue Jays. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to I don't want to call him something fucking stupid. But yeah, so I don't know if he bet on the World Series, but there was the World Series with Toronto, with the Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. Then there was the Super Bowl itself. Or no, it was the Super Bowl first, and then it was the World Series. Then the Knicks game. And now the World Cup. And wouldn't you bet, the fifth time? What was the fifth time? Hey, Miss Ashley, good to see you. Yeah, no, what was the fifth time? There was another time that he bet on a team and they lost? Was it a Raptors game? Maul lied when he said Drake was supposed to do the World Cup. I don't know why anybody was believing him anyway. Why are we saying... Because the Stanley Cup finale? Oh, wow. I didn't even know about that one. Thank you for letting me know. Because the Stanley Cup is for NASCAR, right? He got gambling problems, among other things. Yeah, and guess what kind of bet it was? It was a stake bet. Stanley Cup is hockey. I thought that was the, oh, for the fucking Maple Leafs. That's right. Jesus. Yeah. Okay, I completely forgot about the Maple Leafs. That's how... That's a testament to the Maple Leafs. Don't worry, don't get offended. Even the Canadians don't. Even they make the joke. So get a sense of humor. Literally, my partner, my boyfriend, my man, he is in Canada, and he's like, I mentioned the Maple Leafs, and he was like, who? Like, he knew exactly what I was talking about, but he was being cheeky. But good to see y'all. So, Drake bet, how much did he bet on this? $1.5 million on Argentina, on Lionel Messi. And, according to the final score, Spain went into extra time to win the World Cup. Let me make this a little smaller so y'all can see it. And then... bam. Spain needed an extra time goal by substitute Ferran Torres to edge past the 10-man defending champions Argentina 1-0 to win the World Cup on Sunday. Oh god, and here we are. Spain lifts the World Cup trophy. Just I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna play the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Cause just wow. Wow. Torres broke the deadlock early in the second half of extra time, firing home on the rebound to give the European champions their second World Cup title. Damn. Damn. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's a crying shame. So it looks like this is the official fifth time that Drake has bet on a massive team and they lost. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna say I don't know because this is how the universe works. That's how it works. We are in the fucking around portion. We are in the finding out portion of the fucking around. So there's a lot of people who've been fucking around for years, getting away with it. And they're starting to find out. And unfortunately, because they are all the world leaders and because they all hold all of our riches, the ripple effects from all of these niggas finding out is sending shockwaves around the world. Drake is a walking curse, y'all. People who have been involved with him, their careers have gone into the toilet. People who are friends with him to this day are putting out shit albums after shit albums. He is not safe. He is not like us. So, black people, the New York Knicks, the Toronto Raptors, the Toronto Blue Jays, and even FIFA, NBA, NFL, NHA, or NHL, whatever the fuck it's called. Don't let Drake, if you see Drake on a betting list for the winning team, take him off. I know that's fraud, but just do it. Trust me, bro. Trust me. All the stock market, if you see Drake betting into any of your stocks, pull out. That nigga is a walking Murphy's Law. And if everybody knows what Murphy's Law is that it's the law that anything that can happen will happen at any given time. Whatever weird, abstract, horrific fantasies you conjure in your head when you see the word Drake, yes. The answer is yes. If Jay-Z brings out Kendrick in October, shit gets spooky every day in October. See, that would be the perfect time to come out too, because that's my birth month. I'm an October baby. I celebrate my birthday all month. I'm telling you, I'm goth. Halloween. I was born on a full moon. That's my shit. Drake needs to be permanently banned from betting. Not them. Who's flaming sexy red this time? Poor Adonis is crazy. Oh, that he is still a child. But just damn, bro. Just I know. Talk about drawing the shortest stick from the bunch, and just having the cards stacked against you from the beginning. That poor child. Like, good lord, it's like growing up being like the all the people that have like killed major people in life. That's like growing up being the kid of the nigga that killed Tupac, or kids, as some people like to speculate, depending on who you're talking about. Average Red is hilarious. I was me as the artist. I was like, I don't know. Average Red is hilarious. I was thinking more of a diluted red. Yeah, something like that. Imagine being Adonis though, just minding your own business, being a kid, and suddenly you get dragged into a beef twice, all because your dad just won't shut up about other men's wives. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. Ugh. He really called it. That as much as people were like, why would you bring the kid into it? Leave him alone. Let the kid out. Leave him out of it. Drake crossed that line first. He sure did. He crossed the line first. And he's just because he can't keep people's women out of their mouth. He fucked up with Push when he mentioned his wife, and he fucked up with K Dot when he mentioned his wife. Leave the wife's name out of the mouth, because the moment you cross that line, you have infiltrated the family. The wife is the head of the family. Y'all, I don't think y'all understand this. In a matriarchal household, the mother holds the authority. She's the one who whoops your ass when you get home from school and they found out that you've been acting like a little shit to the teachers. They're the ones that march up to that school and drag you by the nape of your neck, that drag you by your scruff like a fucking disgruntled baby kitten, and just and thrash your ass in front of them teachers. And so you, as a rapper, you decide to go for the matriarch of the household. 50 Cent learned this the hard way, and he followed after Drake. These niggas do not understand. They think the women are the least valuable in the household. They don't understand. They are the queens of their household. And if you attack the queen in a chess game, it's war. The queen is the one with the most power. The moment you come at their queen, it's up. And Kendrick has been saying this shit all throughout Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Even in his other albums. The line that I remember is from I can't remember if it was N90. It wasn't N95. It was I think Worldwide Steppers. I think it was the very first song of the album where he talks about playing Baby Shark with his daughter while looking for sharks in the water. And he talks about having his gun like in his back pocket on his belt all the time because he is waiting for somebody because he has to protect the family. And so I'm willing to shoot through any pervert that lives, keep the family safe. Like, you came for his family, son. You came for a nigga's family, and then you got surprised when he murked your ass. I don't know. And people keep trying to overcomplicate it, and I'm just like, no, there is no overcomplicating. He took shots at this man's family, at his wife, at the queen. He attacked the queen directly. And so he had the gloves off. From that point, it was gloves off. Because he broke the rules. He broke the rules. He attacked the queen. You don't do that. That's a penalty. That is a flagrant foul. And the fact that he got away with it was what Kendrick was like, nah, that's what we not gonna do. You didn't learn your lesson the first time, I see. So now I gotta body you. Forever. So that you can't do it. There will be no third time. Kendrick was being merciful, even on Meet the Grams. He was being merciful. Because the only fraction of the power he showed was at the very end of the song. And that, again, that was only a fraction of his true power. This nigga is a fucking Dragon Ball Z character. This nigga is just Broly. He's like if Broly fused with Goku Black. That's what Drake is. Or not Drake, that's what Kendrick is. Sorry. Drake would never. Drake is Yamcha. Yeah, that's who he is. Cause even Krillin got him some cheeks, bro. And Android 18 of all people. Even Krillin ended up winning in life. Yamcha is just Yamcha. All my street niggas know exactly what I'm talking about. And all my black people that grew up during my time in general. Because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why he went Super Saiyan and TV off. He finally reached his true power and he hit Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. He just went, mustard! Just immediately. That's what he did. In the middle of the song. And then made Not Like Us 3.0. So you have chosen death. I think that was from Christopher Lee that said that. Rest in peace to him. Sir Christopher Lee. Oh my god. Drake was lucky that Kendrick was speaking nicely to Drake's kids. Kendrick put him on notice in a verse. Hope he actually does listen. Sure did. I did see that. I did see the, I was there. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I was there. Let me consult Tom on whether or not I actually want to go into this. Should I even go into it? Is it even worth it? It's not. It's not worth it. Just take another hit and move. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I have consulted Tom and he says, don't even fucking worry about it. So we're just gonna light one up and we're gonna move on. Oh yeah. Tom is a whole counselor. This is my little homie right here. This is actually pretty good. This one is called this is one of the ones that I got when I was with my dad. This one's called Alaskan Thunderfuck. It's pretty popular. But this is 1 out of 3. This is still the first this is still the first booth, by the way, that I rolled up, because it was a lot longer than this. It was like about that long. I can't smoke whole joints. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. I don't have enough resilience, and I'm not going through enough shit to suck up a whole spliff in one go. Hell no. It just, I couldn't. I can't even imagine. I would be in a different dimension with how tapped into the universe I am. I can't do that. I would be literally sinking through the third dimension. That would feel like some shit out of a Twilight Zone episode. But yeah, Drake. The Drake curse is real, y'all. The Drake curse is very real and it is very dangerous. And we need to do our best to ward off the evil spirits that have encompassed and surrounded this Canadian ass nigga. Moving on. Speaking of which, one of Drake's good friends in that same tree of beta male bitches pretending to be alpha, even though the concept of alpha male does not exist. It's actually alpha female. But the men don't want to tell you that because their dicks are tiny and they need to overcompensate for it. It's actually alpha female. It is very real. Because if you notice, out of every breed of animal, the females are the most aggressive and the most territorial. The females are the ones that will attack you if you get too close, or if you feel like a threat. The males will mind their fucking business, but the females, that's why they're the hunters. They are the alphas. Literally. The man who coined the term alpha male has even said that he was wrong in his assessment and in his scientific research when coming up with the term alpha male. And he went out of his way to try and reverse the damage that he did to our male society. But he was stifled. It wasn't strong enough. It has never been alpha male. It's always been alpha female. If you cannot have two alpha female dogs in the same area at one time, because it will be absolute chaos. They will try to kill each other over their owner. I literally watched it happen in real time. I saw it happen with my own two eyes. Like, no agency. None. It's always the lionesses. But yes, just, it has always been alpha female. I grew up in a house, when I grew up, I lived out in Oklahoma for a while, and the house we were in had, let me see, 3 dogs, and it was 5 dogs and 2 cats. Over time, we lost 2 dogs, and that left us with the 3 and the 2 cats. And then we incorporated 2 puppies into that afterwards. It was a whole thing. 2 out of those 3 original dogs were alpha females. You've got this big Rottweiler Shar-Pei mix, big as fuck. And then you've got this also big but slender, what looked like a Dalmatian blue heeler mix. Maybe some bloodhound or something. Or yeah, it was a hound build. So like I don't know, it kind of had the build of like a Doberman Pinscher. And so you got these 2 big bitches. For some reason, every time they were in the same room together, if the one who actually owned them, my godmother, if she was ever in the room with both of them at the same time, they would start fighting each other because they were literally competing for her affection. They were territorial. And it's been like that ever since. And we couldn't let them out at the same time. We had to like put one in a different room, bring the other one out, let her do her thing, and then immediately do the same for the other dog. Because if they were in the same room with her around, they would literally try to kill each other. So yeah, it's always been alpha female. Don't ever let anybody convince you otherwise. The most dangerous breeds of literally everything in this world are all are all because of the females. Always. Black Widow, female. Praying Mantis, female. Grizzly Bear, female. Because the males can only do but so much. The females are a different breed altogether. Don't fuck with them. Don't do it. They will destroy you. They will just you will literally be a skid mark on the side of the road. Just don't fuck with the females, bro. Alpha females are dangerous. Venus flytraps. Even in the plant world, they have alpha females. Your Venus flytraps and your corpse flowers. Both female. They said, get away from me, nigga. I don't want you. Lassie is like that with her cousin Daisy. And we are animals at our very core. We share a lot of genetic traits with primates. We are evolved animals. We are creatures of habit, which means what exists in the animal kingdom also exists in humans. And don't ever let anybody try to tell you, because they are literally arguing against centuries of science, by the way, centuries, to try and make themselves feel superior. But so if all of this science proves that females dominate the animal kingdom and they have dominant traits in them, are you gonna tell me that the same doesn't apply for humans, even though we are scientifically also animals? Once you start questioning, the pieces of the equation just don't add up. If A doesn't equal A and B equals A, then what the fuck is A? Like, A plus B needs to equal C. That's just basic shit. The thing that they're not adding up. A and B are not equaling C right now. And it's their fault. It's people like him. People like him and Aiden Ross and all those other beta male baby bitches that ironically get caught doing the most egregious, heinous shit. It's people like him and what the fuck is Fresh and Fit, those clowns. They finally got him again, bro. They got him the first time because he fled the country, and they found his ass by triangulating a picture that was on a pizza box in the background of one of his live streams. And they found him the first time. They done got his ass again. They got his ass again. This is not old, y'all. This is from 2026. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan face grape and trafficking charges in the UK and similar allegations in a stalled Romania case. They got him again. I'm not even going to read this part. I'm not going to give them the credit that they want. For those Let me see. Yes, those unaware, the UK seeks their extradition on grape and trafficking charges. The two were originally arrested in Romania on similar charges in 2022, but that case stalled due to procedural issues. So they finally picked it back up, got their evidence, and they done arrested their asses again. They done arrested them a second time. And notice how they say on similar charges because of the fact of double jeopardy. You can't arrest somebody twice for the exact same charges. They have to be similar or adjacent to. Yeah. Let me see. TMZ reports at the James L. Knight. Andrew Tate was supposed to co-host the IBA Bare Knuckle 6 boxing event. The charges are unknown at press time. Romania is after their asses. Golly. Well, they said that the charges were stalled? Or that they said the charges they didn't know, but they said it's clearly here, right here. Is it? Oh, okay. That's why. What is that outfit? My God. My God. What in the fuck? What are those? Let me enlarge this so that y'all can see. What is this? What is this outfit? Y'all. If it'll play. It's not gonna work. Let me refresh. I want to see Andrew Tate in the horrible outfit. What is this? He's dressed like a female principal. What is this outfit, y'all? This is peak male. This is alpha male, y'all. This is peak alpha male physique right here. This is your leader. What in the Stacy's mom has got it going on is happening here? What are those are you wearing penny loafers, my nigga? With no socks on. You just bare toeing? I don't know, those might be Stacey Adams now that I'm looking at them. But I'm gonna keep calling them penny loafers. You just gonna go barefoot in some fucking Mr. Rogers penny loafers? In corporate mom pants? And a fucking fuchsia shirt? A blouse. That is a blouse. With your titties out? You just out here hoeing it up. You showing ankles and titty? Damn, okay, Andrew. We're getting a little adventurous, I see. Starting to really explore the depths of your sexuality. Oh, shit. Look out, bad bitches. Andrew's showing all of his ankles. He trying to get some dick tonight. He's showing ankles and titty. Look, oof. Freaky nasty boy. Okay. This outfit is wild. And look at this motherfucker over here looking like a Timu Blues brother. Fucking, he looks like the fucking one from Blues Brothers 2000, the fake one. Looking like he just walked out of a fucking, he looks like he's wearing a cosplay for Smooth Criminal. Like he's cosplaying as one of the gangsters. What in the fuck is that outfit, bro? What are these outfits? He looks Amish. He looks like he's going to preach at a Sunday service, bro. Why does he look? No, he looks like Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He looks like him. Oh, I can't with these two. Oh my god. Alright, but I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Cause cause I'm too high. Y'all I'm sorry, I'm gonna be laughing at y'all for like 2 hours. I've seen enough. Okay. Lastly, let me see. I'm not cause like I said, I didn't want to hold y'all for too long, but lastly we have because I want to stay in this. I got this kind of 2 hour window pocket going on, and I wanna keep it in that. But last and certainly not least, we got YG and the game having a versus, and it's announced for later on this month. The last one, along with MacWop. Damn, y'all just in here y'all roasting Sexy Red. Not the zesty Jafar, Noah. Oh my god, cuz why are you correct? That is exactly what that is. Oh my god. That's hilarious. We're on a completely different topic and Andrew Tate is still getting roasted. This nigga said you look like a zesty Jafar. I'm not looking at chat anymore. I'm not looking at y'all. In a promo clip shared to social media, you can hear each Compton MC proclaim their prowess over the competition, and two of their career highlights play toward the end. They have many, many more to share, as well as more recent material to throw in there that could represent a different type of face-off. Their hit-making skill is undeniable, but who continues to sustain that quality standard better? And then we have here, this is the promo. Let's see.
I'm making music and putting this shit out. If it's up, if it's down.
I'm the best rapper from Compton. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not,
It's like, nah, dog. Like, stay out the way.
Who's the best rapper on the West Coast today?
fresh like Impala, chrome hydraulics, 808 drums.
Oh, we got a date. 7/23. So, my biggest first question is like I guess my biggest hypothetical is I don't even know if it's going to be like I don't want to judge it too early. But well, cuz YG just put out his Gentleman's Club album. So, but you can't judge it off of album though. You have to judge it off of because it's a live performance, right? It's always live, so it's about not just the hits, but in the way you deliver it and your stage presence and your audience engagement. That's ultimately what judges these versus battles. Um, that's the at least the criteria that people judge it on, like performance, showmanship, vocals, attitude, stuff like that. So just I don't know, I feel like YG's got this in the bag because attitude wise, Game's kind of been a little bit of a butthurt pussy crybaby bitch. Just to put it in layman's terms, he's just kind of been a little whiny. It's been a little whiny lately. There's been a lot of when I was the first one that saw Kendrick's talent. I tried to sign Kendrick. Fuck you. How you gonna tell me what I did and didn't say? I totally signed Kendrick, guys. Have you really seen YG on here doing all that? No. He put out a fire fucking album. and said, I took the advice, nigga. I'm not just gonna make whatever to fill a contract. He took Kendrick's advice to heart. Out here in the ASAP Rocky fit, looking fine as hell. I ain't never looked at YG and be like, I'd hit that. But I'm sorry, man. Him and the coat with the gloves. Oof. Sorry. I like a man that dresses nice, okay? Leave me alone. But this battle should prove interesting. I definitely, I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards YG, because I haven't really heard much from either of them, so I'm not biased in this. I'm judging it based solely off of what has been going on between the last verses and now. YG looks gentlemanly. But yeah. I'm leaning more towards YG because he's just kind of had the better career, in my opinion. You know, he's had the better journey as a person. Whereas he seems, you can see the growth from YG. You can see the growth from him. Like, there's a lot of character development that he went through, and there was a lot of maturing that he did. I can't argue that for the game at all. With the last time he's been in the news, I can't argue that for him, which is why I think he's gonna end up being the B2K of this versus. You know, all of the butthurtedness, all of the attitude, all of the mouth, none of the skill. And YG is riding hot off of his last album, Gentleman's Club. So he has had time and he has been honing his craft. And he took Kendrick's advice and built himself into a better MC. So he is battle tested and battle ready. I cannot say the same thing for Game. So that's why I think personally that I'm leaning towards YG. But then again, anything could happen. You don't want YG to get too arrogant and let it go to his head and then end up fucking himself over when the actual battle happens. There's no room for hubris. Because I'm expecting that hubris from the Game. I'm expecting him to come in with that, you know, peacock energy, full peacock energy, like, oh, I'm the realest nigga around here. I'm the baddest rapper. I'm the best rapper on the West Coast. Because he said it. I'm the best rapper on the West Coast. And everybody kind of looked at him like, you sure about that? Like, whatever. The last thing I want YG to do is get too comfortable and leave himself open for a counterattack and or make a careless mistake, because it can and will happen. You got to make sure that you are warrior trained. You got to be in the avatar state, my nigga. You got to hit the avatar state and stay in it. Don't let this nigga fucking try and smart talk you out of your game, because I know you riding off of the high of Gentleman's Club. It's very easy to just be like, oh, you know, I got this, whatever. I don't even have to practice for this shit. No, you treat every battle like it's your last. That is the mindset of a warrior, especially a warrior MC. You treat every battle like it's your last. And that's how you succeed. But we're approaching the hour and 30 mark, which honestly, that's a bit of a sweet spot. So hell yeah. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other screen, and I'm going to have a little conversation with y'all. We have been on a journey, y'all. I could do one more. I don't know. What's it, 10 p.m.? Yeah, that's a perfect time to end it, actually. That's actually perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we have been on a journey. There is one piece of news that I hadn't gotten to yet. Um, and it's, I don't know, it was just mainly because it was just something that I kind of personally was disappointed about. And that's, Desiigner getting arrested and everything. That was more of a personal disappointment. I didn't even have to like include that in the news, but that was more just because, he put out his freestyle a while back and I was like really rooting for him to be better and to get better as a person. And so this just kind of seems like I don't know, it seems like he's regressing, and I'm just very disappointed. And I really hope that he could get himself the help that he needs, and get out of the that dark hole that he's tripped and fallen into. So I did hear about the bra being thrown on stage. I would have left, honestly. It's the fact that he still got bitches throwing bras at him after, playing in everybody's faces. I mean, shit. I mean, when I heard the fall off, I wasn't meaning like the bras fall off, but I mean, that works too. But yeah, he's getting clowned. Oh my god, Sweetie is a name that I haven't heard in a. I haven't heard her name since the last time I went to McDonald's. I know that's awful to say. I know that's horrible to say. But I genuinely, the last time I remember even hearing Sweetie's name was the last time I went to McDonald's. Y'all could do the math. I don't go to McDonald's often. McDonald's is not a go often place, especially when I work at a place that makes fresh sub sandwiches. Like, no, never, never again. I'm done with I'm done with fast food. I did see Cornerstone Arts. That's the homie right there. I can't remember. I think I had him tagged in one of my lives because I was gonna go over his Lupe fiasco, the first one that he did, but it didn't work out. I can't remember what I did that day. Um, but yes, it came across my feed. I've been subscribed to Cornerstone Arts for a hot minute now. Ever since he was, doing the animations for the like the OG rappers and everything before the Kendrick and Drake beef started. I haven't started watching his Dragon Ball Z stuff yet. I'm thinking about starting because as somebody who grew up with Dragon Ball Z, that's a big part of internet culture that I kind of missed out on. So I want to dive back into that. But yeah, I did see that animation. It was fucking hilarious as always. I was not expecting the koala cameo. Was not expecting it. It was not on my radar because he didn't show it. It was just Kendrick and Lupe sitting across the table. It was structured like a regular video, and so when the curveball came in, I'm like, oh shit, okay, hell yeah, it's justified because that's the whole reason why we were even having why Lupe was even in conversation. So I'm like, that's poetic, honestly poetic. So, but shout out to Cornerstone Arts, man. That's the homie. I've been I binge watched his shit back then. It was he's one of the channels that have gotten me through, and I also like supporting black animators. That's a as an artist, that's a very big thing of mine. Um, that's why I've been following Corey and his journey, Corey Kenshin, because they're making a manga series, I think, slash anime right now that's like black centric. And so I've always been a person that supports black art, especially like black animation, because that is art as well. So while I joined Miss Hummus live stream Friday night. I didn't even go. I can't even remember what I was doing. I think I was asleep. Either that or I was probably live. I can't remember. I think I was asleep. I don't even remember. Because I had to work Saturday. Because I had gotten off Thursday. I think I went live. And then I went to sleep. And then I didn't wake up until early that morning. Yeah, I think I was asleep. Genuinely. I had to like literally walk myself back because this is crazy. Like, that's also because the Alaskan Thunderfuck is finally kicking in. Well, at least the tail end of it. And I'm mellowing down. And I'm about to edit. I gotta edit. I got a lot of stuff I have to edit. So I'll be working on that. But we have approached the end of our journey. We have officially spun the block. We hit everything we needed to hit. And we are back to square one. Thank you to everybody that was riding with me, all my Ruff Riders in the chat, in the replay gang. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to replay gang. Just love you guys. Shout out to the Ruff Riders, guys. You guys are really just out here making every single step of this journey worth it. And shout out to Dayton, aka Dr. Doom. He saw my last live stream. He gave it some love. He left a comment. I didn't even realize he would see it. But I should have expected it, honestly, in hindsight. But I don't know. I was so embarrassed because I was like, I was acting a fool. I wasn't even pronouncing your name right. So shout out to Dayton. Shout out to Dr. Doom. Hit Post Malone's dumbass again. Don't even get me started on him, bro. My blood pressure just got back down to where it needed to be. Like I said before, I'm gonna drag his ass back into the hip hop space, kicking and screaming, because he really thought he was just gonna pull up and come in the house and do all this good shit and then leave. You thought you was just gonna come in here, do your thing, and then leave me for Jessica, for Stacy from the ranch. You really okay? No, it's fine. But like I said, bro, like, we're bringing your ass back. You got the curse of the ancestors on you right now. That's why you can't walk straight. That's why you falling on stage and being slumped over while you singing. That's them ancestors. You've been cursed. The only way you can lift the curse is if you gotta come back to the root. You gotta come back to the source. You gotta come back. Come back home. Sounds like a fucking cult. But this is real. This shit is real. The ancestors, the spirits, that shit is real. They will, just negative energy surrounds you, and then you up in there in red state America. Yeah, nah, they fucking you up right now, Austin. See, now I gotta call you by your first name, because, like, they fucking you up, bro. White Iverson, bringeth thine ass back here, effective immediately, post haste. Like, I'm fucking pissed. As a fan of both metal and hip-hop, Post Malone, bring your bitch ass back into this motherfucking space. Them white people are not there for you, bro. And I know. He's the one white person that grew up around black people, and he was the one white person at the HBCU. So I'm dragging him by his nappy ass edges back into the hip hop space. And like I said, 80% of the hip hop space does not want you to come back. I am the only one who makes up that 20%. and I'm dragging your ass back. I'm fighting against the odds to bring your stupid ass back into hip hop. I'm dragging you by your braids. Yeah, no, we going back to braids, Malone, and I'm dragging him back by his braids. Cause you got the motherfucking caucasity, wigger. Fucking just whatever. We're ending. We're ending the line. We are ending. Cause I'll spend all night clowning this nigga and just dragging him back. It's like when your mom is chewing you out and whooping you at the same time. Like the message is you gonna hear the message over the pain of your ass getting whooped and the sounds of your own snot screams and cries and shit. Post needs hip hop money? Of course he does, because he found out the hard way that them white people money is not working. It was never them. They were never the source. They were never the source of power. You get famous for a while and then you fizzle out. You want consistent source of energy is the black spirit, the black soul. We are the star that persists, and we only get stronger as time goes on. While they're just the star that's super bright, super flashy, but it disappears in like an instant. There for a good time, not for a long time. The black spirit is the star that still persists. And you were tapped in, Post. You were tapped into that for a while. You were. And it reflected in your music. Because it wasn't trash. It wasn't like Jack Harlow's bullshit. That shit slapped. All the features you did with black artists. All the spaces you were in with just black artists. And you let the serpent lead you astray. You know those movies that they would make about the country, down to earth girl who's super talented. She becomes a big name artist and she lets that industry tempt her into a side of her that's not who she really is, and all of a sudden she starts losing her fucking mind until she ultimately goes back to her roots and heals her spirit. Yeah, I just named like 10 different movies. He's going on that exact same journey right now. He let that part of the industry, he let that white devil industry lead him astray. And now he's finding out the hard way. We'll see what happens. He is on limited time. Not for y'all. He's on limited time. Like, cause I must really snatch him up by his scruff and drag him back to the hip hop space. It's gonna be something out of a Boondocks cartoon. I'm literally like a Boondocks episode. I'm dragging this nigga back. Kicking and screaming, I will add for a third time. But I am the only one defending this wigger. I will continue. And I'm gonna let him get his licks from the hip hop community. Y'all have every right to feel the way that you feel. You are completely justified. If y'all don't want him anymore, y'all don't want him. He showed what side he wanted. But through the power of emotional deniability, I am going to be that 20% of the hip hop community, dragging this nigga back in. Nah. Literally. But as always, I have been Nixus, y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next live stream. See ya.